At various stages of life, we all become memories for others, and just seeing someone acts as a catalyst for the past to seep in again. Memory distortions are troubling. Illusions your mind creates to avoid the memories of being bullied as a kidling. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. You weren't supposed to know how to start the automaton pew-pew pang, but clearly you figured that out way back then. Rubber scrap, great for when you need a bit of flex. You can make something from that. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Blasting everything to bits. Short circuit. You're fading. Ah, see that e-waste? Always handy. Go on, catch it. If a story is about you, care for it. Had better days. Right between the eyes. Glad to see some wood scrap there. Check out that monolith there. Don't know who built them, but the Nono love them. You got it dialed in. See where that light leads? This might be the end of everything as we know it. Nothing. There's a serenity about this spot. That's a good sign. Small's Mart is a favorite thingamajig broker. Let's see. Says you'll... watch out for monsters. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. You're such a luckster. Says Noko is the best when it comes to critters. You'll see that when you meet her. Says you'll see each other later. That was the second Aurora totem. 2 more, and you'll find out if the legend is true. There's lots of sympathy with the Myriad tribe's positive outlook on life. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Crit! Get under that sky while you still can. Glitter grass? Bet you find some nono nesting in it. Just follow that beam over to the scribble stone. Can't miss it. Oh, check out the scribble stone there. Wonder what's behind it. Got it. Pancakes, anyone? The gooing of the water in the ground is spreading. You have to admire a piece like this. Easy to lose your way if you can't see landmarks. You found Snowdsburg. Such a neat village. Asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need here. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Says the Tree of Life is going so fast. You need to do anything you can to save it. Their friend is trying to get the shell horn working, but they can't figure it out. Could you maybe help them puzzle it out? Says it doesn't make any noise, which is really the only thing it's made for. Says it would be great if you could hear the shell horn, but it's not working. Which is the problem route? Find their friend for the straight notes. Otherwise the shell shall horn no more. Says their friend would be happy to play it for you. once it's fixed. Says it's bad enough the world's coming to an end. You still got bullies.
Wait a little.
There's a creature named Brog giving a friend of theirs trouble. It would be a maze time if you could get Brog to leave them alone. Figures Brog could kill their friend without even meaning to, so, yeah. Says it's hard to miss Brog. Just keep looking. If you can't find Brog, look for their friend, who won't be far. Brog makes a mess of their days. Got to stop it. Thanks you for doing the right thing for the right reason. Asks you to check out the wares. So, says you covered the important things already. Can you navigate by starshine? Good hit. You've discovered Fanaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking. Loot. Hates how many new beasties are wandering around the world these days. Hard to know what kinds of horrors lurk around every corner. Fortunately, their friend Moog has been writing down the worst ones. Says Moog figures someone must. Claims that Moog goes where the monsters go, but as he's tracking scripts now, he's probably still at the steep depot cliff in the dead zone. Keep your sniffer sniffing for stinky stuff and your eyes peeled for his tent. Moog will appreciate the company. It's not easy to live life in the presence of monsters. Thinks you could, if you can stand being close to him. Just check that skronk out. Another gutway. Let's just have it your way. Easy for things to hide down here. That one good. Knock it down now. All fired up. Get a grip. Whoa, smell that? Biohazard nearby. Seems the nozzles need to be regulated to set the pipe workings in motion. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Now that's unblocked, there's nothing stopping the flow. Zapped. Knock it all around. Crackers out. Might as well jump in a lake. Hurt 'em. can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap. Check out that e-waste. That's a good find. Breathe a little lighter now that day's returning. There's Vungo's place, a den of disrepute. There's a serenity about this.
Yeah.
Nothing's more important right now than this. What's here? This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Everything's so bright!
I mean, sure, if you like that sort of thing.
Just close your eyes if reality's too much for you.
You're too much for me.
Only because you're not used to watching a winner!
can't be too many days like this left at the rate the world is ending. Wow, wow, wow. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. You could have missed that shopperia. Slow down and take a look. Ah, plastic scrap like that always comes in handy. Well placed. Charge. .21 gigawatts. The tribes need someone to unite them. Great weapons start with great materials. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the feels. Nice shot. That old home there's seen better days, but it might still have something worthwhile. Feels like something's about to happen today. Lightning up. Youch! Better hold on to that. Let's see. It's the Benearth outpost, right where the Pichu tribe dug it up. Nothing gets past you. The leaf roof almost blocks out the sky. Just don't trip when you're walking in the mountains. At least you got something for your trouble. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. Even here, the night still ends. Check out that e-waste. That's a good find. This area is blazing hot. You'd better have something that'll keep you cool if you're going in. That's not too bad. This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by. Let's see. The mountains tower above any tree. Wow. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent Gnotes as prey. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Dark flees before light!
Oh, no need to shout.
There is when you're running so far away.
I'm still here.
Not for long if I have anything to do with it.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights do. Says that's only for a little while, and when your eyes clear, you see everything even better than before. But let's not speak of that now.
Sadurutu.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Aplitonumuta.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Taifanamenuma.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Arialoche nui mumera.
It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. Let's see. The mountains are so tall, peaked. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Nailed it. It's a glory shiny day out here. Well placed.
Berry?
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Ritsentede.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Turi kumbala muma.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Turi kumbala muma.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Andro?
It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. This one is in Sector 7J, if you're familiar with Out-of-Date's map. Every day, everything seems like it happens at once. That's interesting. An old home that's still standing. Zap. Get it. That seems like the cranks need to be unturned in the right order if you want to crack the strong box open. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. See that rubber scrap? That'll add a bit of bounce for you. Who could stand against that? That made it all worth it. Just charge right along. Who cares if they see you? Peddler is eager for you to have a points out they just that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Need a key. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Let's pocket that. This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing. Get the rhythm going well. One arm, then the other. Pumping good. Looking better. Locked, but good. You flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Couldn't stand another hour of daylight. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. A perfect fit. A real treasure. The dark can make you miss the day fierce. That sludgy junkworks is a real mess. Zap 'em good. That's a keeper. The top of the world is so low down here. That's more than stuck. Looks like the cables need to be replugged in steps to match each sequence in order to generate a buzz strong enough to make things happen. Nice. That rearrangement should be enough to let enough electric current pass through the board. Did you hear thunder? Hey, there's some e-waste. You've stumbled into the mushimosh mire, where the risk of getting forever stuck is omnipresent, regardless of whether you want it or not. See that monolith over there? Means Nono are nearby. Of course, at night there's no shadow. Or it's all shadow, you know what I mean. The light you see at night is brighter than you think. Go on, catch it. Boppity boop. A ping dish. Experts used to find things in the air with those. Wonder if it still works. You're half dead. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. That's to get the ping dish to work. You need to line up the pong paddles for a proper match. That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety ping ping, you found a transmessage. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. You got it dialed in. See where that light leads? Wood scrap's great for building things. Good morning to you. You hit upon rye-fitters. There's an upgrade bench up in that little blimp. Let's see. Asks you to check out the wares. Says you'll see. Some just walk right by motor juice stations. You don't find Go Juice in a shop. Time to get a move on before all your chances slip on by. This one's Bang Shelter 6L. Looks like it's still working the way it should. That's interesting. Nice topper. Might keep you from taking one to the knee. That's super duper dope. You're cut off from the world above. Look out for Nono hiding in the glitter grass. Just follow that beam over to the scribble stone. Can't miss it. Oh, check out the scribble stone there. Wonder what's behind it. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's.
Bangash.
Pebble says he feels much better now that he knows where to go and promises to give the new spots you've found a go. Pebble's been putting his life on the line for too long and would feel better if you had time to help him balance that out. He understands the line between life and death is wearing thin, but he believes there must be a way to overcome that. He's ready to cross the line, but he just needs your help to tell him which way to go. If you'd help find some ropes that are tight enough to hold him, he'd be really grateful. Seems happy to have you echo his goals. The heights always clear his head. Pebbles right here, for now. Says goodbye to you.
Silnatu.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Kamonu.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Dropalo.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the Gnotes. That's not so far away.
Kanamunt.
It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mount to safeten up your ride. It can become quite bumpy and risky without. Hug the ground if you like. The mountains don't care. Throwdown. Keep hammering away. Oh, painful. So many creatures doing so many things during the day. Don't know what that e-waste was. The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. What a find! Blasting it to bits. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the feels. Someone locked it solid. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Nice find. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. How far underground do you think you are? Now hold on. Sit tight. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechanism. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride. Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering flight. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it, and even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Figures that doesn't make it any less worth fighting. You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past brightlights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Figures that doesn't matter. You can't help but shine either way. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. Claims he wasn't trying to sell you anything. Now, Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So, why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Treasure the coming day. The world doesn't have so many anymore. Bullets everywhere. Mysteries unlocked. There should be more cliffs here. This rope seems solid. Glittermoth Cave is right here.
Masammal.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Pialtuma.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Andro?
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. Be gentle, this mount's a breather.